So first I started off concealing my eyelid with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Creamy Beige. I use my finger to blend it all around the lid. I do this to make sure my shadows pop and gives it an overall clear and even base. Then I'm going to go ahead and set this concealer with my Makeup Revolution banana powder. It's a baking powder that I just discovered and it's actually amazing. This keeps my lids from creasing and also helps the shadows to blend perfectly. After that, I'm going to go in with this orange shade from my NYX or NYX Ultimate palette in the colors Bright Luminance. And I use that orange right all over the lid just as my transition color and to help everything blend evenly. After that, in that same palette, I'm going to go in with a darker orange in the Brights palette from NYX, and this is going to go just in the crease. This is going to start to give my eyelid a little more dynamic, or gives it a little more color and helps the colors pop. Next, I'm going to go into my Morphe palette. This is the Morphe 35F in the Fall into Frost palette. I use the brown first, a lighter brown, to go into the lid as well. And then after that, I'm going to go ahead in with a darker brown to kind of smoke out the eyelid and give it a little more definition and depth. After applying those, I'm going to start to carve out my cut crease. If you guys don't know, I'm an extreme beginner, so I'm really working on that. So what I do is I use my NYX eyeshadow base in color white. This is used to help my colors be more vibrant and bright as well. And I do a half cut crease. I carve it out and I make sure it's the size that I want. And then I'm going to go in with the yellow base or the yellow shadow from the same NYX Bright palette. And this is going to be used as my lid color. Now, after applying that yellow exactly where I want it, I'm going to go back and blend everything together. I'm going to use that same dark brown that I used to smoke out my eye and add that to the ends as well. And I'm going to go back inside that NYX Bright palette with that second orange that I use, and this is going to go to make that gradient effect from the yellow to the brown to give it that, like I said, gradient or smoky eye look. Now, unfortunately, my camera died, so you missed the part where I struggled to put on these lashes, which is why they look crazy. And then I applied my base foundation. The foundation I use is the matte Poreless foundation from Maybelline in the color 332 Golden Caramel. And then you see the part where I'm highlighting my face. With that, I use the NYX Professional Makeup HD Studio Photogenic Concealer, and this is in the color CW07. It doesn't have a name, but that's what I used for my concealer. As far as the contour that I use, the liquid contour I use is also LA Girl Pro Conceal Contour. This is in a color Espresso. I use very little because it is a little darker than I am, and I just wanted to give my face some depth and keep it from looking flat. Now this here, I was actually trying to set my face. I used a brush because, you know, I'm working on trying to use everything. Usually the Beauty Blender works for me though, so as you can see, I went back to that Beauty Blender because it's what I know. And then as far as my powder contour, what I use to set my contour base is the Morphe Bronzer palette actually. It is in the color Showmates, that's Show and Romance. And lastly, I'm going to line my lips. I'm using RK by Kiss. The lip liner is in the color Berry Jam. And then my favorite lip gloss of life is from the beauty supply as well. It's the Max Clear Lip Gloss, and I use that to finish off this look.